Alright, our final game of the evening is going to be a bittersweet one. This is Clockwork Empires. This was sadly, the swan song of Gaslamp Games, as the game just sunk the entire studio. If you're a longtime fan of Game Wisdom, you know that I have played this one a lot on stream. It was one of my most looked forward to games. But unfortunately, it just did not come together. I did a whole dissecting design on it. Pretty much I think this was one of the first games. And what I'm playing right now is the community patch that was put out in an attempt to kind of keep the game going. Sadly, that hasn't turned out as well either, as the programmer who kind of took it upon himself to do this, he unfortunately stopped working on it. And with him being kind of the primary guy who's wanting to do it, it means that the community patch is also dead. So, sadly, this game, just like the namesake here, seems to be cursed with a Lovecraftian disaster. Let's see. I'm going to let it create a new world while I keep talking here. But Clockwork Empires is a Dwarf Fortress-esque game, as we manage a steampunk Lovecraftian colony, which that right there was enough to get me invested in it. But while it's loading the new world, I can talk about what kind of happened. The problem that Clockwork Empires ran into is definitely a fascinating talk about game design and game development structure. The issues was that they never managed to settle on what the core gameplay loop of Clockwork Empires was going to be. They had the basic ideas and the systems at least loosely down, but they could never really figure out just what they wanted the progression loop to be. There's going to be all manner of things with like different loadouts and different cities that never really fleshed out. There was going to be a whole mining system and kind of a modernization or steampunk aspect that never got fully developed. And even the idea of using Lovecraftian themes and items to build your colony, that also never came about. And they kind of went this whole issue of going 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. They would develop a system. Actually, one second, I'm just going to pick a starting biome here. There we go. So while it's loading, so as I was saying, they would basically develop a system in a month, then they would implement it, and then like the month or two after, they would then go back over and redo that system. So it never really felt like they were making all that much progress. They had, oh my goodness, like 56 or 60. Oh, thank you, Foreign, for the support there. But, as I was saying, they never managed to put it all together. And the sad thing was they went through about 50 to 60 patches or monthly iterations on Clockwork Empires, and by the very end, it was just starting. You could start to see all the systems come in place, and then they just ran out of funding, and they released the game at 1.0, similar to what happened with Space Base DF9, and basically Gaslamp Games lost all the goodwill they earned from Dungeons of Dreadmore in the span of a week. And then soon after, the studio closed. But yeah, I would love to talk to the developers about it, but I think there may be just I don't know if there's any bad blood there. I know. I mean, this game had potential, and that's what really kills it, too. Because they were just starting to get their groove, like around like patch 50, patch 55, which I know that sounds horrible, but it was getting there. One of the big things that killed, another thing that really hurt Clockwork Empires, is that the entire game's in 3D. And a 3D base Dwarf Fortress game is even more complicated than what we've even talked about. So the idea is, so the concept is there's 3 classes of people in Clockwork Empires. Excuse me. You have your normal workers. You have your overseers. These are the people who will manage the buildings. And then you have your elite or upper class. Oh, and by the way, the upper class never got a function. That was one of the things they were saving for the end game that never came to be. And what the developers are kind of trying to work on here. So, each overseer comes with different stats and things that they like. I guess you could even say that's a model of real life too. But each overseer comes with skills and predisposed to certain aspects, and they'll upgrade as they work on it. The more people you assign to them basically allows them to do more within that respective field. So if I assign more people to carpentry, to the overseer who handles that, we can do more work in that period. So she, right here, Elsa Ironsmith, is really good with farming. So I'm going to assign her, because farming is very important in Clockwork Empires, because we need to build our food base. So let me see if I remember how to play this, because it's been a long time since we did this. They also changed how the building and gathering stuff worked, and a lot of people did not like that. Alright, so I'm going to... We're going to flatten this all out. So that I have a nice area to work on. Oh, there's a lot more than I haven't even mentioned yet, Foreign. The more you build, the more disturbance you raise, which will start to unearth Lovecraftian elements, and people can go insane and start death cults to bring about the end of the world. And you can actually summon an elder god if you're not careful. Or if you want to do it, then so much the better. Alright, somebody should be good with military. Good. Alright. So what I'm going to do is we need to start getting some basic structures going. I'm going to build... Ooh, got some mining nodes too. That's very good. The game was also very infamous for crashes and other issues as well. So I'm going to build just a tiny little carpentry house right here. Now we assign objects to it. And the objects denote functionality. So I'm going to build one workbench. Another thing that they had trouble with in terms of bounds was the fact that they never got what they wanted the core loop, or essentially the stability of your colony to be. And so they constantly kept adjusting the balance and the basic systems. At one patch, or one series of patches, there was I forget the name they used, I think it was the durability or something like that, where you had to constantly put out materials each week in game time, or your buildings would stop functioning. It was basically a resource drain system that nobody liked. And it was rescinded, I think, a month or two after it was implemented. Stop that. So what I'm going to do is set up a farm. And again, we're going to assign our best person to that. I should also get a stockpile going so we can start organizing. There we go. They're going to move all that stuff now into our stockpile. Oh, and there's also fish people who will come and talk to us. That was just a little thing I forgot. Oh, one thing I should also be doing is increasing the game speed. There we go. Now then, once we have enough cut wood, we'll build the carpentry workshop. Oh, and people go on break as well. And if they're happy, they'll work longer. Now, their progress bar is silver instead of this lower tier color because she's rank 3. When she gets higher promoted, it'll turn to a gold bar as well. But another thing that never came together was the growth of the colonists. Alright, now they're going to eat their food. We have enough food for 4 days. Oh, and you can also bring cannibalism to your colony as well. Again, I forget all these little details. These nodes right here, I'll be able to eventually mine them to get free resources instead of having to search for them on the map. Alright, so that's officially done. Now I'm going to assign somebody to this. Nobody has any bonus traits, so just a tier 2. Now they're going to build a carpentry workbench, and then we'll start assigning stuff there. Looks like we need stone. That should give me all the stone I need for the short term. Basically, I need to build a carpentry shop, a house, and a kitchen as my first 3 buildings, and then after that, we need to build... where is it? Public services... Oh, the barracks, right here. Because we need a defense force. In fact, I think I may just build that now. Doesn't have to be too big. Just a place to hold our guns. Okay, so now that this is done, we can set up products here. Alright, we're going to need planks. So I want them to maintain like that. Now here's the problem. You can't set up multiple orders. You used to do this in one of the first versions of the game, but they felt that made the game too easy. So I have to keep coming here, canceling the job, and doing something else. And if I want to have 2 orders, I need to build 2 carpentry workbenches. Alright, so that's getting done. Now we're going to build a kitchen. The kitchen is very important for obvious reasons, and will also allow us to build booze, and booze keeps our people from going insane, just like in real life, right? There we go. So I'm gonna build that here. And these additional things are going to need better resources or to be produced at another shop. So I'm going to build one of these. I should probably just build 20. If we want people to be happy, they must have a place to rest, and they must eat food that they prefer. Alright, so we have... Sadie here is going to be our person here. And we assign people to the overseer for the barracks to turn to soldiers. They're all going to go to sleep inside. Once we have 20 planks, let's see, looks like we have 13, if that's right. They must be laid or strewn about. We'll build a kitchen. And there's, depending upon, oh, and the area itself is procedurally built whenever we start a new game. So they're not too happy right now, but we don't really care. Let's see, we have enough wood. And that should get done. Oh, got some meat. Come on, Archibald Steel Sander, work. Mushrooms. And there will be random events that will pop up. Oh, he's got a nice little pilgrim's hat. We should almost have enough. You can also order things to be killed. Get him. Butcher him. And yes, you can butcher people as well, if you decide to do that. Oh, another little detail I forgot to mention. If your cults get too out of control, your people will transform into demons. Alright, are we done yet? Come on, work. I probably made this too big. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to cancel that out. We'll go for a nice small kitchen right now. Now we definitely have enough materials for that. Now we're going to need more laborers, we need more housing. So, let's see. That's good enough. How it works for housing is that the buildings themselves have requirements that we meet by putting certain aesthetical items in there. It will improve and allow more people to basically live in there. Alright, the kitchen is done. Uh-oh. Somebody's coming. Now, nobody here is a cook. And again, we'll click here. Once the oven has been built, we'll be able to get some food going. Now the next thing that I want to build is a ceramics workshop, so that we can actually get some planks, or I'm sorry, some bricks going. With the bricks, I'll then be able to build the overseer places, so we can get more people, which means we can run more things. We have our first supply of corn finished, so we can set different things up. Now, if you look, you'll see that different food has different preferences. So, let's build some of that. And this is why I typically build 2 ovens. One for the overseer, and one for the regular food. There we go. What the heck is going on here? Oh, did I accidentally assign the wrong person? So here's what we need to do to make this place better. We need to have 2 windows, 3 cots. Now to do windows, uh-oh. That shouldn't come back to haunt me. I should probably drop one of these out and conscript them. Cut down some more trees. Now we have too many jobs and not enough overseers. Alright, he's cooking that up. We'll get some more laborers soon, which I can then apply to the various places. Once he's done with the fungus stew, we'll have him move to our next thing. Alright, so that's done. We'll make some sausages. Alright. They'll be our stone worker, because I need to get bricks. Meanwhile, can I build any windows right now? Alright. And here's another thing. Stuff like chairs and stuff like and tables, they don't do anything in this game right now. Because that was another thing that was never added in time. Alright, so we need cots. So I need to build the assembly workbench. So more labor should be coming soon. Alright, we're just going to build bricks. Just get bricks, bricks, and more bricks. Because with them, I can build another overseer house. Oh, look, a dodo. Alright, they're busy digging up more stone. Alright, so now the second one is done. Let's see. I want to get another laborer assigned to the kitchen so that we basically have both of them working at the same time. Food is still good. Come on. Do we have what I need for housing? Yes. Another thing that I need to build is the naturalist office to send people out to explore, hunt, and also research those mining nodes. There's also research as well to unlock new features. Build a public house. Alright, so what I'm going to build... Bric-a-brac. Come on, I need some people to show up here. And make this place happier to work at, I can build basic items like a pots, a rug, stuff like that. Alright, they're building that up. Alright, so I think at this point I'm going to switch work. Tell them to build one assembly workbench. It used to be that you could just build them and just like plop them down anywhere, but now you have to first construct it or place the template and then build the item. I know. So much promise. Oh, now we have fish people showing up. Oh, just pretend they don't exist. Oh. Good, our people have arrived. So now I can assign them. So we will assign one to the kitchen. And the quicker I get like the full group, the better. Alright, so now I'm going to take this workbench and I'm going to put it right here. So now both people are going to be able to work on this at the same time. He's building sausages, the other one's building maize. And now we basically build the workbenches that will be used by other places. The booze vat. Alright, can I build... Yeah. I'm going to build the musket locker, because that will allow us to upgrade our troops. Place that right there. You used to also be able to control how big you make your plots. But they felt that, again, was giving a little too much control. Oh, looks like I have one worker who's not doing anything. We'll assign her to the farm. Or actually, I'm going to assign her to our military. Alright, he should be finishing up that locker. So as you can see, they're both now working hard. So that's going to get taken over there. I'm also going to build a spice rack, just to get the quality in the kitchen from -1 to hopefully +1. So now that that's done, I'm going to upgrade them. But first we need ammo. Let's see. We have the stone ceramics. Brick ceramics. Glass and clay. Oh. We'll get that going. Uh-oh. And eventually I should build the booze vat so we can make some alcohol. I should probably just get the beds. There we go. So it went from -1 to 0. See, they're still digging that up. We should be getting attacked soon at the rate that I'm going. Alright, they're getting promoted. You can see what's also making them unhappy, too. Oh, we have some fish people coming in. We could work with them or try and kill them. Alright, we have the farmer stew. Maintain a minimum of 20 of that. And maintain a minimum of 20 of that. Uh-oh. Alright, we got a fight going on here. Huh, not bad. And yes, this game has a dedicated graveyard. This is again why you want a military. Uh-oh. I think he just butchered that guy. There we go, nice little graveyard to bury all our dead. Uh-oh. She's happy after burying that person. Let's build another overseer house if I can. It's a lot fancier, so it requires more stuff. Also shift priority. And yeah, fortunately it doesn't go any faster. And even at this speed, the game tends to get a bit unruly once we get to about, I think it was like 50 to 100 colonists, if I remember. But that was pre-community patch. Alright, we're still good with food. So there's our cot. I'm also really looking forward to Stonehearth, but that one seems to be taking a very long time. They've spent a lot of time trying to get the engine and such working. Alright, so now that's going to get done. And like, this is the problem with Clockwork Empires. I think they have more time they will have focused on, is the fact that the buildings are just so uniform in what they do. Like, there's no... you can't really add additional stuff to change it. Alright, so now that's done. That's going to add another columnist. Like, it almost seems better just to build houses and just don't put anything in them. And of course, the more homes we have, or the more colonists, means more food. So now... Alright, we're all out of room for bricks. And this interface probably could have used some work as well. Alright, so I need to build an assembly workbench. That's going to go in here. Uh-oh. Something bad is happening. Oh, good. Oh, and ghosts can come back to haunt us, too. Another little detail I forgot. Yeah, again, they had so much trouble trying to get these gameplay systems to be both interesting and keep people playing or make use of what's in the game. The mining system was coming together. You would dig deeper and find better resources, but it could also unlock crazy things. And the Lovecraftian elements just never really coalesced in the gameplay. Like, they did a really beautiful after action report. They did like a little story that was supposed to be kind of like the inspiration for Clockwork Empires. Like one of the very first blog posts Gaslamp did, and it sold just about everybody on the game, including me. So they're gonna build that up. Uh-oh. She's not looking too well. Uh-oh. Low fed but unsated. Why is she not happy? Well, we got food here. Maize for laborers. Yeah, that should all work. I don't know why they're not eating right. Alright, now that that's done, we can now start building some better stuff. Oh, that's right, I want the tripod pistol, not the improvised item there. But a lot of the game just feels like you're just spinning plates. Like, I have to keep building more aesthetic items, so it takes me more time, when I rather will be doing something else. And the game lacks that sense of emergence that I know makes Dwarf Fortress so popular. How things can just spiral out of control, and all manner of insanity can happen. She's kind of convoluting around. Let me check our time. We'll probably wrap things up in like the next 10 to 15 minutes, I think. Because again, we're not going to be showing the entirety of Clockwork Empires off in an hour. Alright, so that's done. We better get some booze going. Sure. Oh, that was another thing. There was a prestige system that was going to be in place to allow you to get favors and stuff like that. That was replaced with a diplomacy system, which again was just starting to come together. Let's do a maintain order. That's better. And we also have to keep an eye and make sure nobody is doing anything crazy. Hey. What the? Hey, that's not right. Well, they just killed our artist. What the hell was that? There's some weird stuff going on around here. There's a ceramics kiln. And now I'm just going to delete this because that one's a lot better. So now we can come over here, make more bricks, make glass. Make that. Any planks. So that's done. busy cutting that up. Oh good, we got the booze vat done. So I'm going to place that there. Now the next time we get a supply, we'll get a few more. We'll get one more overseer. I need clay. We can mine that right there. Now we can brew up some booze. Let's see, we'll make sure to have 11. We will probably need more maize soon. Food's doing good. Yep. There we go. Now everyone can get drunk. And again, there is no endgame to Clockwork Empires, unfortunately. Going on over here? Oh good, he's watching them sleep. What are you doing, buddy? You can also turn things around like that. Oh good, more immigrants. Perfect. So they'll help us out. And we're going to replace the improvise with the ceramic, because that's the best one, I think, at the lowest tier. So I will remove that, and we'll replace it with this. Now if we want a gun, if we want to actually get bullets, we need, I believe, a stone-smelling crucible. Oh no, wait. No, that does the mining. What do we need? Something workbench. Oh, ceramics workbench. Alright, so I'm going to assign you, another worker, and I'll put one more in the carpentry. Alright, so Bethania there seems to be our best kitchen. Alright, so I think what I will do... Come on. There we go. Take them off. Place them there. So the idea is that eventually I will need to build a second kitchen or second versions, or I'm sorry, copies, in order to maintain and grow. Alright, so the tripod is done. Now Now we have 2 people working in there. Put you there. Oh. Good to know. And we can also be invaded by other colonies as well. I think that's it for right now. We have one more. Probably build one more of these. The mine would be basically the advanced stuff. Barber for healing. Trade office, foreign office. The heck was that? The mill works is where we build the secondary metallic stuff to start building out. Let's see. Little small naturalist office. Uh-oh, what's going on here? So now I can build bullets. And then the bullets go over here. And they will resupply. You can see the upgraded kitchen working pretty nicely too. So the naturalist office, this is the person who basically goes out and finds us new things. So they're surveying. There we go. Let's see. Oh, we should get a standing desk. There's just a lot of menuing in this game. Get out of there, you. And we could fight them if we wanted to. But then we could go to war with the fish people. Oh, I got an achievement. So they're going to start scouting. So now I got to build paper in order for them to start checking out the nodes. And then there's the whole mining thing of setting up a mine. And we can get free resources from that mine. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, that's our naturalist. Oh. Built some glass too. expand the kitchen here. Some more food, but I think we will be saying goodnight. It's getting a little bit late. But again, Clockwork Empires is one of those cases of a game that had so much to offer. And since the modder who wanted to try and do the community patch is no longer working on it, I think this may just be a dead game at this point. Busy training. Make some paper. It's just a constant cycle of needing more and more. Ah. Oh nice, we got some free iron. Uh-oh. Get out there, you. Alright. But I think with that, we will wrap it up here. So, that's going to do it for this week's Grab Bag stream. I'll be back Sunday afternoon for our live show. And if you'd like to vote, voting goes up Sunday afternoon. And the Patreons over on patreon.com/WBycer, get final say. But I'll be back around 9:30 SC for regular streaming. But until next time, have a great night, folks, and check back for daily discussions on game design here and on Game Wisdom, where we examine the art and science of games. Until next, have a great night.